Interior, Private Investigator's Office, night. The PI's office, unchanged except for many missing books from the shelves closest to the ground. The clock on the desk reads 10:04 p.m. For the first time, we are greeted by the full view from the window. A dense city block obscures most of the view. Neon signs penetrate the darkness of broken or dim street lamps. Gunn, perched on a hastily stacked pile of books placed to form a staircase to the correct height, faces the window and the city scene. From the apartment above, high heels on the floor. Violet's muffled voice. Behind him, there's a knock on his office door.
Yeah.
Joanne opens the door.
An officer for you?
Gunn pulls his attention away from the window.
Go home, Joanne.
She shakes her head no.
Send them in.
Officer Mitch, 30s or 40s, mustache, full uniform, walks in with his hat in hand. His eyes follow Joanne's ass as she closes the door behind him. Only then does he look up to Gunn.
Evening.
Gunn motions to the chair on the far side of the desk.
Please.
Mitch takes a seat as Gunn hops down from his window perch and up another well-placed stack of books to the desktop.
Thanks for coming so late.
Mitch.
Officer Mitch, thank you.
I'm sure it's important.
You're aware of whose office we're in, yes?
Sure.
Are you aware he's missing?
Missing?
A few months at least.
Officer Mitch shakes his head no.
Appears to have vanished.
No one just disappears, not without reason. Enemies?
Did he ever strike you as the type to run away from his problems?
I never knew him that close. He was private, always about the case, only worked with him a few times anyway.
Why'd they send you then?
Mitch shrugs. Above them, Violet's footsteps, her muffled voice, then her apartment door opening and closing. Gunn's eyes look up. Mitch joins his gaze.
A guy disappears and some woman takes his apartment saying a friend told her it was available.
You think it's her?
I'm suspicious.
Gunn finally looks back at Mitch.
Joanne's got an official missing persons report for you on the way out. Hold off on filing it for a bit.
Gunn turns back to ponder the window.
It may be appropriate soon, but as long as I'm awake, this can't be a normal case. I can't afford to tip anyone off with a report. Not yet.
Sure.
Interior, Secretary's office, night. More neon bleeds through the windows as the ambient night fades. Joanne sits locked at her desk, her report finished. She cleans up the clutter from the day. Officer Mitch exits the office. Over his shoulder, still in the office, we can see Gunn jump down from the desk and follow him out on the floor. Mitch marches toward the main door where his coat hangs off to the side. Gunn jumps up to the windowsill via well-placed steps.
I can't believe you're still made to work at this hour.
Joanne hands the finished report across the desk to Mitch, who grabs it without skipping a beat to his coat.
You two are still working.
Officer Mitch grabs his coat from the hook, then lingers with his shoulder against the doorframe. He's flirting. She's not.
True, but I can see it in your eyes.
Joanne's chin drops, revealing a dead stare over the rim of her glasses.
I did always have a thing for librarians. Maybe it was the glasses.
Without breaking eye contact or otherwise moving, Joanne makes a point of removing her glasses. Gunn interjects.
Do you mind if I send you updates?
Officer Mitch breaks free of the wall and breaks his eyes from Joanne. He inhales sharply as he swings his coat on.
Well, my shift was over...
He looks at a clock on the wall, 10:07 p.m.
At 10, but I think I'll grab a drink before heading home.
He looks back to Joanne.
I get to stay in a little later tomorrow.
He smiles. She does not. From street level, the building door clatters shut. Gunn turns, looking out the window in time to see Violet, covered from the cold, walks into the little dive bar next door.
Make it the bar next door?
Gunn turns back to the pair.
And I'll join in a minute.
All right.
Mitch puts his hat firmly on his head before tilting the rim towards Joanne. Mitch exits. As the door closes, Joanne finally returns her attention to her work. She shakes her head to herself.
He was just being nice.
Nice is saying hello. Goodbye. I like your hair.
You might give him a shot.
Joanne, with a push-up from her desk, turns to the filing cabinet behind her, replacing the folder to its proper home.
You work too much. Unwind a little.
Not my type.
And what is your type?
Joanne continues cleaning, making a point of not responding.
Fine, I'll drop it. Come in. I'll buy you a drink.